friends, it's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my YouTube channel, and I am here kind of on the spur of the moment, thinking I might do some readings. I don't do a lot of live readings here on YouTube, but I've been getting a lot of encouragement from people who suggest that maybe I should. So as you come into the room, if you would like a reading, if you have a question, go ahead and ask it. Meanwhile, let me share a little bit of information with you. If you are watching this in archive, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And obviously, if I'm not live, you will not be able to receive a reading, but you might find that there's something I say to someone else that sparks something in you. And if that happens, go ahead and take it that way. Hey, La Morena, so nice to see you here. Go ahead and ask your questions. So if you happen to be new to my channel, please note that we are sort of organizing into playlists. The live tarot webinar playlist has our tarot meetups. We do 3 a month, and our tarot classes. We do 2 a month. So you can go to that list. You can see the things you haven't seen before, watch them in archive, and you can also set reminders to make sure you're here live for our classes and meetups. Hey, Lisa McCord, nice to see you. Laura, nice to see you. Okay, so Laura, it looks like you're asking a question. Is there any chance to get back? Can I get some more detail on that? Is that like a sexual reference? I don't understand. What does get back mean? If you could flesh that out just a little bit, do you mean get back together with someone you've broken up with? What is that? Let me know, and I will absolutely answer your question. Sarah, nice to see you here. So, I am here. It's Thanksgiving week here in the United States. And so I thought it would be fun to come on live at the spur of the moment and do some readings. Okay, Laura, you're a Libra male, age 27. She's a Sagittarius, age 34. And so the question is about, we broke up in October. Okay, good. Now we're starting to get the question here. Perfect. And yeah, when I do these sorts of readings, a detailed question is helpful in being able to give you a detailed answer. Oh, goodness gracious. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do Lisa, and then I'll go back to Laura. Okay, Lisa McCord, what will happen with my lease situation? There was mold in the AC unit. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. And, I think you have to take that really, really seriously. And that's not even, a psychic thing. That's just a common sense thing. The health issues can be significant from something like that. All right, so let's see. Let's see what will happen with the lease. Lisa McCord, mold in the AC. Okay, you have to communicate with all the people you need to communicate with officially and in writing. You need to show them right away, if you have not already done so, that you are not messing around here and that you are going to take this to the fullest extent of the law, whatever that means. And so document everything, communicate everything. And I think they're going to sit on it and try to make it be like, this is going to be a fight. And, how unhealthy is this? This is not a healthy situation. And it's certainly very stressful. You can resolve it. You will resolve it. Does it mean that you will end up moving? There are a lot of different possibilities here. And in fact, this might be a thing to do a full reading on because it is complex and crazy and there's money at stake, but there's also health at stake. What I can promise you though, you want to break the lease. The landlord says she will correct it according to law, but you'd like to get out of there more quickly. So can you legally break the lease? I think you can. I think you can find a way to break the lease. and correcting it according to law, if it's not corrected already, it's an issue for you. I'm afraid she's going to take too long. You may want to talk to an attorney on this, but I think if you want to break the lease, you can find a way to do it without being held accountable. Obviously, I am not an attorney. And with the landlord saying she'll fix it according to law, I'm just afraid it's going to take too long and it will be a health risk for you. So there's a lot of ins and outs here, but I think that if breaking the lease is what you want to do, that is the better move and you should fight for it. Okay, so now we've got Laura's question. You broke up in October, want to know if you'll be able to get back together. So when we look at the relationship and how it was then, the thing is, and I know how much you care for this person, but isn't it true that there were a lot of issues in this relationship when it was happening? Isn't it true that there, as much as there's love here, that this was not necessarily an easy relationship? And when we look at how she's feeling about you and thinking about you, I know she cares about you, but I think she has anger towards you and maybe has expressed anger towards you. And I think she has boundaries against you right now. So the thing is, you can't really pursue this, because if you pursue it, she'll push you away. I know there's an energy between the two of you, and I know the two of you care about each other. But I have to say, if there's going to be any reunion, it has to come from her, not from you. And from what I can see, she's still angry. So I feel like you better give this some time. And there was a comment there. What was the comment? Okay, so you couldn't decide to move together or not. Yeah, seems like that was an upsetting thing for her. And so I feel like you got to give her some time. Do I think there's a possibility that you could get back together? I don't know. And honestly, even if you could, I don't know that you should. I know you care about her, but it doesn't seem like the easiest or best combination. And you were probably right to be hesitant about moving in together, and she probably should have been more patient. So there are some of my perspectives there. And Lisa says that the landlord just emailed and you're getting a mold blood test. Yes, I think that is very, very important to look at the medical side of this. Okay, so let's see. My next question, Joanna C. So nice to see you. My business is booming. I want to expand, but I'm not quite sure how to do this. But should I explore it? Let's see, exploring, expanding. The thing is, isn't it true that the work you do typically is one-on-one? Like you can't really expand unless you hire other people and vet them, or expand your hours or something of that nature. Is that true? Is that the case? So I feel like that would be an interesting thing. You would have to look at what you would want to do here. When we look at, yes, your business is booming, and your business is booming because you're really, really, really good at what you do. So what would be a way to expand that would work? I feel like, I wonder if you have another job that you could leave and do this more, if that would make sense. I wonder if you could sort of hire other people to work underneath you. The thing is, I think you don't want to borrow headaches. So yes, looking into expansion is a good idea, but I think you have to be very, very careful about what that looks like and how that goes, because right now It's good and it's going to stay good. I really believe. I think you've built something here that's wonderful, but you've built it primarily on you, on your brand. And so I don't know how you can expand that particularly. Maybe groups? Maybe that's a thing. So anyway, it's a thing to look at. It's a thing to consider. Yes. Okay, La Morena. I'd like to know what my ancestors say about my recently made plans. Is it a good idea? What should I do? Is it okay to do all this on my own? I know they'll be there to help. I want them to be proud. It's a big new move with new people, new learning opportunities, both spiritual and academics, and making my spiritual business public pages. Okay, let's take a look. What do the ancestors say about this? The ancestors are pissed off that you haven't done it sooner. And very specifically your mother. Very specifically your mother, who wants you to forgive the people who cannot understand you and wants you to spend time with the people who can. And sees your amazing potential and wants you to see your potential in order to move forward. That's really what shows up here. Okay, so let's see. We've got Astha. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Looking for a future love reading. So the thing is, I feel like you have some decisions to make. I feel like they're already, I don't know if it's someone you're already seeing or someone you have interest in, or even someone people want you to be with, but I see a potential already there that strikes me as maybe not good for you, or maybe not what you're looking for. I feel like you can find in your life all the happiness you would ever want in love, but you are going to have to make your own decisions and not let other people make decisions for you. And you are going to have to be patient and really wait for that. That's really the key. Okay, SJ, is there a message from any spirit for me today? Let's take a look and see what we've got. So, SJ, there's a sense here, and I don't know who, I don't know who's communicating this. When I look at those around you in spirit, there is a real sense of, like, you've got a few. I see one female and two males right off the bat, family members who have passed on who watch over you. But the message is very clearly about your happiness going forward. And it feels like when it comes to all aspects of your life, there's what you want and there's what you believe you can or cannot have. And spirit, all of them together, want you to go for what you really want, to believe in what you want and to make it happen. And I realize that sounds very trite, like something I could say to anyone and have it, be somewhat true. But it is very interesting how strongly this message is coming forward, as if you have been in some time of choosing direction and or some time of self-doubt. And so this is meant to give you the courage and the confidence to go for what you really want. Sarah, I've been in therapy for bulimia these past few months and I'm doing a lot better. Congratulations. I know that's not easy, but Thanksgiving has always been challenging. What do I need to keep in mind to stay strong this holiday season? Well, thank you so much for your vulnerability in sharing that question with us and for, being on this path to healing. That is a very hard thing. So, what do you need to know and keep in mind here? That, and if I say anything that contradicts with your therapy is working, and listen to your therapist. But here's what comes up for me. The bulimia really isn't about food. It's about control. It's about gratification. It's about self-image. It's about a lot of different things. And some of it has to do with old family patterns and family dynamics. And so the holidays are particularly hard because you put food and family together and it's an issue. And I feel like part of what you're going to have to untangle is some really unhealthy messaging that you had as you were growing up. What you had as you were growing up about food, and about you yourself. You've had some very unhealthy messaging in general, not your fault, but unpacking all of that. So that's a very long answer, I recognize. Um, but the thing you have to remember is Thanksgiving is one day. And the things that you are working on are a lifetime in the making. And as you fix them, a lifetime going forward of being happier and healthier. So I hope that was helpful. Oh, SJ is Shelly. Get it. Got it. Hey, Dina, nice to see you. Okay. So from my perspective at this point, I have answered every question that I have seen. If I missed your question, I'm sorry. Go ahead and reiterate it for me. And if you're here and want to ask a question, haven't already, now is the time. I want to ask you to, of course, like this video and to make sure you subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I also want to ask you, while you're here on YouTube, to go over to StarCast, that's STAARCAST, and subscribe to that. That is our podcast. You can also download the audio for StarCast wherever you get your podcasts. That is our podcast in celebration of StarCon. StarCon is a new conference. The first one will be online only, January 22nd through 24th, just 2 months away. And it is for everyone who loves tarot, from beginner to professional. It is for everyone who loves divination and mysticism. And everyone will be welcome at StarCon. We have pricing it starts at $5 to full conference participation. That's considerably more. But the more you can pay for, the more you'll get, and it will be wonderful. We will have all of those full pricing options on the StarCon website coming up November 30th. We are just moving the website over, same URL, to accommodate our new online platform, which is robust and wonderful. So make sure you're aware of that. Put that on your calendar, put that on your radar. I also want to let you know I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, whatever you like. Just reach out, and you can go to my website, tarotbychristiana.com. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We'll do this again soon. Take care.